Alright, Derek, I got your Rakon 76 here. And I thought I'd do things a little bit different this time. I'm actually going to set this up for you on camera so that if you ever need to, you can go back and refer to this video to set it up if you needed to. So I just got done flashing it. I wish I would have actually got that on camera too, because the way that my computer flashes, it's so crazy. But what I have to do is I hit load and then I hit flash and then it doesn't flash, and then I unplug the USB, hit load again, plug in the USB, then hit flash, and then it goes into DFU. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But anyway, so I just flashed it. It's on 3.3 now. Oops, I guess I should plug it in first. As you can see right there, it's on 3.3. Okay, so that's the newest one. I just got done doing the ports tab. I put it on UART1 for serial RX. Okay, next configuration. So we're going to set this to DShot 600. We're going to leave everything else up there. I do have the board and sensor alignment. The yaw degrees is set to -90, and that's because the USB plug is in the back to make it easier to plug the cable in, because otherwise you'd have to remove this standoff every time. So I've turned it so it's always going to be -90 right here for yaw, and that's all you got to change right there. Okay, we'll go down here, we'll set this 8K 8K. I'm going to leave the accelerometer on because I think you might use self-level mode. I'm not sure, but I'll just leave it on. You can turn it off if you need it off. Turn off barometer, magnetometer. We'll go down here. So it's serial, and then this will be Spectrum 2048. You can turn on or off whatever you want in here. I'll leave the OSD on, and I like to have the dynamic filter on. And then hit save and reboot. Then next will be power and battery. I like to put this to 3.0 and for the warning, and the minimum to 2.9. Hit save. Next will be PIDs. I found for this setup, I've built a lot of these, so the best PIDs for this setup is 33 for pitch and 30 for roll for P. Leave I stock. Put D for roll down to 25 and D pitch to 27. RC rate, I like to set this to 1.65 for pitch and roll and yaw for Spectrum users. I put it on 1.75 for FR Sky users. I leave everything else. I might put TPA up a little bit, maybe 30 something. Hit save, go to receiver tab. You want it on TAER, or you can just click Spectrum. TAER 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit save, go to the modes. So you want ARM, you click on that, then you click on this, put it on whatever auxiliary you want it to be. Usually it's auxiliary 1, and I put it all the way over like this to make it so when you flip that back auxiliary 1 button forwards, it arms, and away from you is disarm. And then auxiliary 2 for the flight modes. Put angle, horizon, and air mode. Then hit save. Then I'll go to the motors tab. Now I need to check the motors because I haven't checked them for if they're turning the right way or not. So we'll plug in the battery. And we'll start with motor 1. It's going the right way. Motor 2. It's going the wrong way. 3. It's going the right way. 4. Going the right way. So 2 is the only one that needs change. So now we're going to leave the battery plugged in, we're going to disconnect, and we're going to go to BL Heli Suite. We're going to make sure it's on the right port. read setup. Okay. Okay, and it was just motor 2 that needed reverse, so I'm going to unclick all of them except for 2. I'm going to click reverse. I'm going to click right setup. Click OK. Then I'm going to bring all those back. So we got all 4 ESCs there, so we can change the beacon delay to 2 minutes, and I change the beacon volume up to around 150 or so. I take demag compensation to off, and that's all I do. Then I hit right setup. Disconnect. I'm going to unplug the battery, and your quad is completely set up now. So let's go back to the bench. So I've been waiting for a while now for the mailman to bring me another one of those bind modules for Spectrum, because I ran out. I bought a bunch of them, and it seems like there's a lot more Spectrum users these days, but I've been doing a lot of Spectrum quads, so I'm building you a little plug. So it's gonna go like this, and this end goes into the bind module, this end goes into the receiver. So here's your quad. Turned out pretty sweet. I love this. It's called steel blue, the color of the canopy. Looks badass. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh, the receiver. So this is gonna be tucked up in here, but you'll be able to pull it out. So well, I mean, you can tuck it up in there. I'll leave it dangling out like this, and it'll come with this plug that I'm making right now plugged in. So when you get the quad, it's gonna look something like this with this plug into the receiver like this, okay? And then the bind module is going to be plugged into here. And then the other end of the bind module is where you plug in your USB. So you can plug in a wall charger for your phone, or a USB from your computer, or a power bank, or anything that's 5 volts. You just plug it right in the bind module. It immediately makes the receiver go into bind mode. The receiver will start flashing, and then you just bind it to your radio. And then after it's bound, you just unplug this, boom, plug the receiver back into the plug that's on the quad, just like that, boom, and now you're good to go. You tuck this up under here, and it'll go. You can tuck the wire in, and then it'll tuck away pretty much like halfway inside the stack underneath the flight controller, and then it'll stay there. You don't have to worry about it falling out or anything like that. So, and then it'll be done. You'll be ready to fly. Everything's already set up. Everything is all set up. So all you have to do is just bind the receiver and go fly. Well, make sure you got to set up your radio, of course, first as well. And don't forget all those things. I do have a video showing you everything that you need to do, including, you gotta make sure that your minimum throttle is at 1,000. And I show you how to do that in my video. I'll link you to it if you need me to. And then you got to reverse, like yaw and roll in your radio, and a couple other things. So yeah, let me know if you need me to link you to that video. If you're having any problems getting your radio set up for a new model, I don't know how new you are to quads, so that's why I'm telling you this stuff. So anyway, yeah, this thing's all done, ready to go. It's looking beautiful. I got the mounts that you wanted for this type of battery, the Nanotech 300 2S. Give you a little close-up of the bottom of the quad here. It's looking lovely. I love these aluminum ducts. They're so stiff. Seems like it would be pretty tough to bend one. So there you go, Derek. Thank you very much. I'll be shipping this out, I think, tomorrow, Friday, because I'm waiting for that module in the mail today, so it won't be able to go out in the mail today. So it'll go out tomorrow on Friday, and I'll send you over tracking. All right, thanks, man.